Hidden muscle car icons. 3 beasts you forgot about. 1. 1968. Mercury Cougar GTE. The 1968 Mercury Cougar GTE is one of the most overlooked muscle cars of the late 60s. Mercury positioned the Cougar as a more luxurious cousin of the Mustang, but with the GTE package, the Cougar became a serious performance contender. Standard under the hood was a massive 427 cubic inch V8. This engine was rated at 390 horsepower, but real output was even higher. Later in 1968, the Cougar GTE switched to the new 428 Cobra jet. That engine gave the Cougar immense low-end torque. This made it an absolute powerhouse on the street. Unlike Mustangs, the Cougar emphasized both comfort and speed. Its styling was elegant yet aggressive, with hidden headlights and a sleek grille. The car was longer and wider than the Mustang, giving it a more upscale presence. Inside, the Cougar offered wood grain trim and plush bucket seats. The GTE blended luxury with brutal muscle car performance. Very few were built, making it incredibly rare today. The production number was just around 357 units. That means spotting one today is almost impossible. On the drag strip, the Cougar GTE could easily run in the 13-second range. That put it in the same league as Mustangs, Camaros, and Chargers. Yet many people never even knew Mercury built such a monster. Its balance of style, exclusivity, and raw power set it apart. The GTE is one of those cars that you appreciate more the deeper you look. The 427 and 428 engines gave it true credibility among enthusiasts. The car also came with heavy-duty suspension and driveline upgrades. These features made sure it could handle all that power. Mercury marketed it as the gentleman's muscle car, and that description couldn't be more accurate. It was refined enough for executives, yet wild enough for drag racers. Sadly, Mercury as a brand eventually faded away. That makes the Cougar GTE even more significant historically. It's a reminder of what Mercury once brought to the table. Its rarity and performance make it a collector's dream today. Many enthusiasts call it the most underrated muscle car of the 60s. Every surviving example is a true piece of muscle car royalty. The GTE is forgotten by many, but cherished by the few who know it. It absolutely deserves to be remembered as one of the greats. 2. 1971. Plymouth GTX 446 Barrel. The Plymouth GTX was known as the gentleman's hot rod. By 1971, it had evolved into a powerful and stylish muscle machine. The GTX came standard with a 440 cubic inch V8 engine. But the 6-barrel version added 3 2-barrel carburetors. That setup boosted horsepower to a brutal 385. It also delivered massive torque for lightning launches. On the street, the GTX 6-barrel was a fearsome competitor. It could run the quarter-mile in the low 13-second range. That was blistering speed for a car of its size. The GTX combined performance with comfort and refinement. Buyers got power windows, air conditioning, and plush interiors. Yet under the hood, it was pure muscle. Its styling was redesigned for 1971 with a curvier, more aggressive body. The split grille and Coke bottle lines gave it a bold appearance. It stood out from both the Roadrunner and the Charger. The GTX was aimed at buyers who wanted muscle with class. It offered power and prestige in one package. The 446 barrel was less expensive than the HEMI, but nearly as fast. That made it a great value for muscle enthusiasts. The GTX's handling was surprisingly good for its size. Plymouth engineered it with better suspension tuning. This meant it wasn't just a straight-line brute. On the streets, its sound alone commanded respect. The triple carburetors gave it an unmistakable roar. Despite its strengths, 1971 was the last year the GTX stood on its own. After that, it was only available as a trim package. This makes the 71 version especially important. Collectors prize the 6-barrel version for its rarity. Only a few hundred were built with this setup. That makes surviving cars extremely valuable today. The GTX 6-barrel was a symbol of peak muscle car power. It represented the final years of unrestricted horsepower. Many enthusiasts see it as the last true GTX. It's a car that perfectly blended muscle and luxury. A forgotten giant that deserves much more recognition. 3. 1970. Ford Torino Cobra 429 Super Cobra Jet. The 1970 Ford Torino Cobra, with the 429 Super Cobra Jet, was a true street warrior. Ford built the Torino to dominate both the street and the drag strip. The Cobra trim was the most aggressive version available. Under the hood, the 429 SCJ delivered a thunderous 375 horsepower. Torque was massive at 450 pound-feet. This engine was designed with drag racing in mind. Buyers could even order a drag pack option. That added 4.30 gears, an oil cooler, and reinforced internals. With those upgrades, the Torino Cobra was nearly unbeatable at the strip. Quarter-mile times were in the low 13 seconds, sometimes even quicker. That made it one of the fastest muscle cars of 1970. The Torino's body design was sleek and aerodynamic. Its long hood and fastback profile gave it a menacing look. Ford marketed it as a serious performance machine. Inside, it was simple and driver-focused. No luxury frills, just speed and muscle. The SCJ was built for those who wanted maximum power. Very few were produced, making it a rare car today. The drag pack option made it even rarer. These cars often went straight from the dealer to the drag strip. Many were raced hard, which makes surviving examples scarce. On the street, the Torino Cobra SCJ could take down almost anything. Its reputation spread quickly among enthusiasts. The roar of the 429 was unforgettable. Drivers loved the instant surge of torque with every throttle press. It was a true driver's car, demanding respect and skill. Unlike Mustangs, it had a more aggressive and muscular image. The Torino was Ford's ultimate answer to the Mopars and Chevys. In many ways, it was just as good, if not better, than its rivals. Yet it never gained the same fame as the Mustang or Camaro. Today, collectors recognize its significance. Prices for authentic SCJ cars are climbing fast. The Torino Cobra represents Ford at its most powerful. It's a forgotten monster that deserves to be remembered. A rare, brutal, and iconic muscle car from the golden era.